Hello again, I'm Nathan. Welcome back to WMF React. It's been a little bit over a week because I had a bit of a break over Easter, basically doing family stuff. I actually visited a few places. Went to Coventry to visit the Black Country Museum, which is all about sort of mining and that sort of thing in the Black Country, and also a lot of the filming location for Peaky Blinders, which was quite interesting. And also popped to Birmingham to go and visit the Ozzy Osbourne Museum that's part of the museum there, which was fantastic. And all the different sites to see regarding Black Sabbath. There's a bench by a bridge that you can sit with all the members of Black Sabbath. There's a bunch of murals around, and the Crown's the pub they first performed in, and all sorts of stuff like that. So that was really interesting. Being a lifelong Black Sabbath and Ozzy fan, it was really good to do. And since this is a music reaction channel, I thought I'd share that with you. So anyway, it is Tuesday or possibly Wednesday, depending on copyright. So as always, at the moment, Diana, this one is a song she released in 2005 called It Is Here. So let's have a first listen. Just music.
Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других. Говорят, зря грустишь, зря не ешь и не спишь. Не глупи, все равно ведь уступишь, так уж лучше сейчас уступи.
So an interesting start so far. The music, some of it's synthesizer, I guess, by the sounds of it. Quite an unusual sound to it. The voice, as always, is absolutely lovely. I'm loving, as always, the tone of her voice, and I really enjoy the higher bits and then the lower bits. It's nice getting the difference in her voice, and it's quite nice as well, just getting the fluidity of her singing in her own language and just letting go, just flowing with a lot more words than like you're singing in succession. So it's a lot quicker verses than I'm used to. Usually it's a lot slower, more precise, and this is just coming out with lots more vocalization of it. So it's quite interesting. I'll try and read the lyrics as well as I go, so I have an understanding of the song, because I do have subtitles on. But let's go back. But so far, this is quite nice. And this is a longer one than usual. So this is a song that she's released on her channel. So let's start again. Yes, that tone is quite unusual, but definitely some kind of synthesizer. It doesn't sound like just an instrument, does
Мне
it?
говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других.
Stop before it goes next. I'm loving the costumes. There's a complete difference as well from like the snow and the dresses to more kind of elegance. It's quite interesting. But anyway, I want to go back to some of it. So one of my favorite things that she does is that kind of almost like a whisper kind of tone that she has at the beginning. So let's just go back to that.
Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи.
It's those bits there. I just find it really interesting because she's got such deep resonant voice and just a kind of whisper. It's just there. It's not too loud, but it's the power behind it, and it's just a really nice tone.
Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других. Говорят, зря грустишь, зря не ешь и не спишь. Не глупи, все равно ведь уступишь, так уж лучше сейчас уступи.
It's hard to concentrate on the words that like listen to it because she's so captivating when she's singing, and you just want to watch the movements of her face and things as she's singing, because she's so expressive while she's singing, and the smile. It's just very difficult to concentrate on the words, let's be honest, but I'm trying. But I'd really love when she goes to the high bits and then low and much quicker. Oh, it's wonderful so far. I know I'm annoying, but that's something that I really do associate with her sound. So I'll put it back to there, and it's how she ends each of the sentences. It just kind of flick the end of a voice. I really always enjoy that. What you do right in the middle as well. Unusual, but different.
Это она, светом в моих глазах. Это она, солью в моих слезах. Зрение, слух мой, грозная сила моя. Солнце мое, горы мои моря. От забвения защита, от лжи и неверия броня.
I'll stop there. It's so hard to find a place to stop. So many different little bits. Let's try and find some of them. So as she transitions from the actual lyrics to wordless sounds, it's something I think she does really, really well. And that worked so nicely here with the tempo changing slightly, the background a lot different sounding, more sort of hi-hats and that sort of thing, and cymbal, just a different kind of sense to it. But it was really nice here. And I said the wordless stuff she does so well, and it's just her voice without any words and not needing words, and just, oh, it's brilliant. It's a bit coming up now. Back to the low.
Светом в моих глазах. Это она, солью в моих слезах. Зрение, слух мой, грозная сила моя. Солнце мое, горы мои моря. От забвения защита, от лжи и неверия броня. Если ее не будет и меня. Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. А я никому души не дам потушить. А я и живу, как все, когда-нибудь буду жить. Когда-нибудь буду жить. Она есть, она здесь. В сердце моем теплым живет птенцом. В жилах моих жгучим течет свинцом. Мне говорят, нету такой любви. Мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других.
I'll stop it just before the little bit left. It's a lot of the same sort of thing I keep saying every time I see it. But something I did quite enjoy was, once again, when she's using a voice like an instrument. So instead of having a guitar solo, it's just her voice. So let's go to that part. Because all the rest of it, obviously, the costume changes and the scenery and all, it's really nice just to kind of bring it all together in a nice music video. It's quite good. But it's this bit. So in rock music, you'd have a guitar solo. But this is her version of that kind of feel, where she uses a voice as an instrument, because it is an instrument. It's a very versatile instrument she has, and it's fantastic. And it's just nice to just hear her do that and just let go of her voice and just let it speak for her. You know, it doesn't need words. And then there's a high note right at the end, which I really found interesting. So go back into the... That was really interesting.
Нету такой любви, мне говорят, как все, так и ты живи. Больно многого хочешь, нету людей таких. Зря ты только морочишь и себя, и других.
I'd love to learn language, but I'm awful at languages. I just like the way it sounds. I don't know what it is, but it's really nice. Oh, that's not quite finished. Oh, I'll have to try that one as well. In my huge city. So many to try. Oh, not going to start it again. I've probably talked enough. That was really interesting. It's nice to hear something that I don't have any preconceived ideas for. Obviously, I've got ideas of how her voice sounds and the kind of ranges she's got, although she always manages to surprise with little extras now and then, doesn't she? Which is what she does. But it's nice going into it only having an understanding of kind of where a voice can go, but not knowing what it's going to do this time. So it's totally different to the other ones. I've heard a lot of her cover versions of, you know, American and European songs and that sort of thing. So it is fantastic hearing her sing in her own language. As I said, and so fluidly and quickly moving as well, rather than being just sort of slow and just sort of mellow and floating around. It's very kind of direct and straight out to you, which is quite nice to get that aspect. I haven't heard that before, so yeah, really enjoyed that. That was nice. Like I said, the bit where she uses the voice and kind of a solo, like in rock music you'd have a guitar solo, like I said before. It's quite nice having that section as well, where you can just get the wordless noises that she so effortlessly makes. But that was fantastic. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. Please come back again soon. Subscribe if you would like to. That would be nice. And give a thumbs up. And please comment and tell me other songs I should try and other artists as well, because I have this whole channel for anything like that. And I do try and get to as many comments as I can. But there have been quite a few. So it's taken a little bit to get to, but I will get there eventually. And again, thank you very much for joining me. See you again soon. Bye for now.